it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Box. Man United Sunday, always a big game, especially if you're a Arsenal fan from London, because to me it's like a local derby. I grew up around a lot of United fans. Now on the YouTube content scene, a lot of United fans, and I've got none other than my brother Saeed TV. Big up Saeed in the building. Saeed, what are you telling me, my bro?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. Can't complain. You know, the one's there. Obviously, it's a bit peak about my club, but listen, I'm all good and well. Big up, and yeah, man, it's a game. I know. You know what? I actually get it now. Why you see this a local derby? Because, bro, the amount of United fans in London, bro, it's mad. You know, when I'm there, I'm like, yo, it's active. You know. So shout out to the Peckham Reds. What do they call it? The Peckham Reds and that.
Apparently, that's what they're called, bro. When I tell you, anyone watching from the 80s, 90s, now early 2000s, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. There was more United fans around us than Tottenham fans. The Tottenham fans were quiet, especially those times. United fans, loudest, proudest, and obviously, you know, the most successful. So you man had a lot of fans, and I'm just there looking like, bro, you man don't even go to any games, but you're coming to school to talk shit about this and about Van Nistelrooy and about Keane. And bro, I grew up paying some years.
Yeah,
some years it was joy. It was joy.
Yeah.
Oh, we moved on. We both moved on from there. We ain't won the league in 21. You ain't won the league in 12. I think
12.
It is.
Yeah.
Bro, 33 years between us. We ain't won the league yet. It's all mad.
Bro, it's all mad, man. I remember the last time the league title, I was 19 years old, man. You know what I mean? I was in my prime days, you know, that was there. And I remember I went there, man, straight after college, and went straight into Albert Square, man. And I remember I waited for hours, bro, just to see that Premier League trophy, man. And it's peak out here, bro. You know what I mean? At least with you lot, yeah. You don't have to see your local rivals winning anything. Chelsea haven't won anything for 7 years, and Tottenham are irrelevant. But I've got one side of my family Man City fans, and then I've got Scousers on the other side, and it's like it's a battle of the two evils. You know what I mean? So it's been not winning anything, and then seeing your family or your rivals, your arch rivals, winning something. It's like it's double pain, bro.
You see. You're a Manc, right? So I have to tell you something, yeah, because in London, again, Arsenal fans around my area, you'll know what I'm talking about. When Chelsea's money came in, bro, yeah, and after 04, you said what, 19? I ain't seen it since what, 04, 16. So it's all mad. But after Chelsea came in with the money, started buying up players, started winning leagues, you started competing with them again after I think 3 years without it. United fans in London, no remorse. No compassion. They didn't care for Chelsea's money, the oil. They didn't care for none of it. They'd just be like, you lot was the team in London. You're not anymore. Stop talking to man. So when you lot went through what you went through with Liverpool and City again, gone through what I've gone through, I had to give the same smoke to the United fans because you're watching Liverpool and City go on and do shit. But now we've been, you know, competing with City and Liverpool. It's like, fuck these man as well, man.
Yeah, basically. You know what I mean? And I've been rooting for you, man, for the last couple of years, but I ain't getting nothing back in return, man. I've just kind of almost said, you know what, it is what it is now. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. There's always next year, innit? You know what I mean? We'll be back next year and having the same hope we could do something. But yeah, it's tough, man. Like we grew up like winning trophies in Arsenal, Wenger, like that was it. You know what I mean? And Fergie, like that's what it was, man. And obviously now it's new rivalries and whatnot. We gotta deal with it, man. We gotta do something about it, man. Because we're two fallen giants, man. We are two fallen giants.
Yeah, I agree with that. As well. I agree with that. I was gonna start a show called Fallen Giants years ago with me and a United fan because that's what it's been. Albeit we are closer now to returning to somewhat of that standard and stature. And you man are probably in the worst patch you've been in. Since the Ferguson era ended. This is the worst period because you've had bad ones before under different managers, but is this the worst one for you or?
This is definitely this year and last year has been very, very low. Obviously, people talk about this. Like I'm at Old Trafford, innit? And you know what I mean? They'll say to me, Saeed, man, it was worse in the 70s when we got relegated. And you know when you're trying to hear it, but you're like, nah, man, I don't hear. This is bad, bro. You know, these are overpaid players as well. Back in the day, they weren't on that sort of money, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's local lads playing football now. They earn good money.
That's a
But
good point, you know.
yeah,
That point you just made there about, because I've been saying, sorry to cut you, but I've been saying recently, like, Arsenal growing up until the Kroenkes took over, it felt like a family club, connected very
facts,
much. The players weren't on astronomical wages. You know,
facts.
it was very much, you know, like people that wanted to play for the badge and whatnot. Now it's very different, but that plays a part. You're right, bro.
100%,
I'm
bro.
glad you mentioned that.
No, 100%, man. Like the perception of the players, it plays a vital part. How they kind of go about it, how they train, how they play. You see these things like, obviously, social media is like, it's there in it. It's in the open eye. But for us, it's like, this is dark, bro, because it's like, it's a continuation, but feels like this is like the worst of the worst. Like last year finished 8th, and this year has just been horror, man. Like, bro, I've not been able to be myself, man. Like, I'm not even able to like even talk about my club and do content. That's how dark it's been. Like, people will message, like, people being Asda, and I'll be getting my shopping and that, and they want to have a podcast about United. But even then, I'm like, yo, nah, I'm trying to duck. I'm trying to duck, man. I'm trying to say, yo, please, let's talk about like how good today is and what you shopping today and stuff like that. I generally don't want to talk about United. That's how bad it's been, man. I don't feel proud to be a Man United fan, bro. And that's dark, you know. Like, there's some fans that will be there no matter what, and fair play to them. But, you know, football, it does affect you. When people say it don't affect you, it does affect you because you are a fan, innit? So for us, man, it's just been like, it's been dark. Obviously, change of, obviously, not ownership, but just in terms of a part ownership. And obviously the manager coming in, they sacked him too late, giving him a contract. It's been a big, big mess, bro. And yeah, and Amarin, he's been the fall guy. He's the guy that, you know, is getting beaten up now. And it shouldn't be him, but he's the one that just can't keep on winning. Losing right now in a minute. Like he's fine. I think he's only won what, 5 games? 5 games, I think, out of how many
Sounds
it's been in.
right.
It's tough. It's tough, bro. And Arsenal coming to town. I mean, it's
One of the games he won was I know not in the 120 minutes, but the FA Cup one is one of his big moments or good moments in his short stint so far at Man United. But aside from that, your actual last win against us over a 90-minute game, competitive game, was Ten Hag's first season, the counter-attack game.
Yeah, bro. That was the game when I was like, yo, man, we got a manager here, man. I don't know if you see that video, but I was like, yo, Ten Hag, you guy. You remember that, wasn't it?
We had won 5 of 5, I think, going into that game.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, this is the first big test we've got, and then bang, counter. But Martinelli's goal, I remember that was ruled out.
Yeah, ruled out again. It wasn't really. I think it was a bit harsh. I can't lie to you, but I think, you know, when you made them substitutions, I think it killed you, and then we just kind of latched onto that. Boom, you know what I mean? Could couple of counter-attacking goals, Rashford and whatnot, and that was a good Rashford season. But yeah, that's crazy, you know, because yeah, that's a long while, man. Even when you look at, I know it's only like 2-3 seasons, but that's a lot of games in that we've not beaten you. That's mad, bro. So yeah, Arteta right now does have our number. You know what I mean? It's crazy, but yeah, I think he might have his number again this weekend.
I see what you posted on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah, you know what, man? I like that. That 8-2 was amazing, bro. So I had to just say, you know what? What can make me feel better is that Arsenal will never do that to us. Like,
yeah, okay, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there you go. The light didn't agree.
The light just said it.
Yeah.
1947, bro. Arsenal 6, Man United 2. Yeah, close enough. That was a result. Don't ever say never.
For the people, 19 what?
1947, bro. Yeah, 6-2. Yeah, I'm calling it. You said never, and bro, that is somewhere, right?
2001 was it? 2001, 6-1. You know what I mean? You're kidding them, man.
Bro,
so,
I wasted time searching for that win. You know, it's not even on the record, bro. I had to go back, find it, bro. I was like, nah. I found the 5 one. I said, nah, there's better than this, surely.
That 8-2 was like, you know what about this? Listen, you had a makeshift team. Don't get me wrong, yeah. But it was a fact that we weren't even like the best team ever as well. Like, we had Cleverly in there, we had Evans, we had a Welbeck who was young. You know what I mean? There was a mishmash of a team there, you know. Like, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? The inexperience showed from you, man. But for us, like, it was just a crazy game. Ashley Young bending it round the corner. Yeah, man,
That
it was,
game
yeah, that was the
haunts me.
last kind of big one. And then, yeah, ever since
Haunts me,
then.
bro.
Yeah,
Haunts
it
me.
does, it?
You man actually started the Mikel Arteta era, if we're being honest, because after that game we signed him, bro. So it
Yeah.
was the deadline day coming up, 4 days between it, I think, or something like that, and we signed
Yeah.
Arteta and like Per Mertesacker. He's our youth coach. You started
Yeah.
this era, bro. So if we end up winning something, then we look back at that 8-2 and say, well, it took
Yeah.
long
Thank
enough, but that's where it started.
you.
It took long enough. That's the angle I'm going for.
That's crazy, man. Nah, fair
What were
play.
you saying for Sunday though? Because you man have got, well, I was going to say as many injuries as us, but I'd say
Yeah.
more or more spread injuries
Yeah.
throughout the side, which is causing problems.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think I'm actually worried, man, about this game. And I say that because I'm like, I don't necessarily like think that you've got firepower, but I just think you've got a control about you. And I hate teams that control games. I hate teams that just, the tick attack or the movement, the kind of passing, pressing us high up the pitch, winning the ball, recycling it. You know what I mean? This is what you guys have got. You haven't got, like I said to you, a striker or whatever, and you're not fluid in that area. But what you do have is a formation. You have a style. You have a cohesive team from the back all the way to the front line. And that's where my worry is at how we're going to get the ball off you lot. That's going to be a big concern. I think the actual kind of running and the pace of the game, the intensity, I think you guys are there in terms of that one. That's my concern for me in that game is that I think Arsenal are going to show why they're there and where we are. And normally I'd come in and say, you know what, we've got ammunition here and we've got stuff down here, but we haven't. Amad Diallo's out, which is a big blow for us. He's been excellent this season.
Yeah.
Kobe Mainu, I know we have our back and forth, but it's something in midfield that, it's a bit of quality. I think obviously our attack isn't the greatest, man. Xerxes is coming into his own now, and he might do a little something on Sunday. But Hoyland, not good enough. Garnacho can get you the odd goal, but even him, his body language at the minute isn't great. He's soaked off to come off the pitch yesterday. Like, there's elements in our game that we think we may be able to do, but I just think Arsenal are going to control the living out of us. And I don't know what the manager's going to do. I think the manager, I don't know if you see the quotes, but he's talked about surviving, for the game against Arsenal. And that's where I'm looking at it. I'm looking at surviving and not doing enough damage so that we have a bit of confidence for the Real Sociedad game. So we are where we are. We still need results. We still need to not make this a cricket scoreline. We still need to make this not an embarrassment. We still need to make this a game where we're at least competing and we try and, give you a game. But I can't lie. If Arsenal turn up in this game and they turn up and they score it in the first 10 minutes, I'm worried. But if you don't score, then it starts becoming a game where we do this a lot, where you go to our level and you play to our level, and then all of a sudden a set piece or whatever it is, a Bruno outside the box, it could be one of them games. But for me, if Arsenal do what they need to do and they score early, settle the nerves, and then start playing their football, I think we could be catching, like, chasing shadows. Like, generally, we could be chasing shadows.
Who's your key threat then, Bruno?
Bruno, I'd say I would have said Dog, but he's out. He's a big miss. I would say Bruno Fernandes. And listen, you know me, I don't rate Bruno to that level, but he could do something out of nothing. He can give you a shot outside the box, a key pass. Yeah. You know what I mean, and dictate the game in that way. But I'd say Bruno. And that's about it. Xerxes can do something, but I think with the way you guys are playing, you're not going to leave a lot of space. And I think for me, the midfield area where I believe he may get a few little, like he might go in the pocket on the half turn, you guys are going to be on to us with Declan Rice and Partey. That's where I believe he won't get that space. But I believe with Bruno, just doing something out of nothing, out of the ordinary in this game could be our kind of only hope. But other than that, I swear, bro, maybe Cheeto. Maybe this could be the storyline for Cheeto. You know what I mean? I would possibly start him, because I feel like he's got the fire. You guys, you disowned him. You kind of, you left him. You didn't want to fulfill his dream of being an Arsenal player. You didn't want to do that. Cool. We said, we'll take you in our arms. We'll give you a future at United. We always give young talents a future. This could be the moment. If it's like 1-1, 2-1 to you lot, bring Cheeto off the bench. That would be the brilliant storyline. But I mean, it's
You
going to
want
be tough, but
you
I
want
would start him personally for
you want
me.
Saliba and Gabriel to just finish, man. At
Brother, we're
17, bro.
finished already. You know what I mean? Imagine we're already finished. So, you know what I mean? Having someone just to chase these guys and make it uncomfortable and, do what they need to do, I swear down, bro, it's better than what Hoyland's going to give us. I really do. Like, Hoyland, I'm actually worried because Gabriel is going to eat him alive. At least with Cheeto, he's going to press, he's going to chase, he's going to get the crowd up for it. And when the crowd are up for it, then, you know what I mean, it gets a bit nervous for Arsenal. And that's where I believe the little intricacies that I'm looking at to see where United could get there's something out of the game. But Arsenal need to control the game. If they allow the game to be a very, very basketball game, you attack, we attack, that's when I'll get a bit confident. But if it's controlled and you just keep the ball and do what Liverpool did, just literally just dictate when they came to Old Trafford. A lot of teams when they come to Old Trafford, just score the goal early and then after that just keep it moving. 1-2 pass, 1-2 pass. I think it could be a very easy game for Arsenal.
I don't even mind not conceding a bit of possession to make it more open. I just don't think Amarim's going to do that. I just think he even just said the turnaround from Europa League is mad, and you've got another big fixture now coming up, which that's your primary competition. So he might even, on top of the injuries, rotate or protect a couple man that are necessary for that Europa League return leg. That one's at Old Trafford though. You got an away draw, so. Yeah, what about Arsenal? Like, who's the one player that you think is our threat for you?
It's that guy in it, man. Ethan Waneri, bro. No, listen, on that side there, especially because I know Dallo will probably play on that side. Yeah, he's the one I'm looking at for me, man. He's such a good player, man. And I've talked about him a lot, but it's just his maturity, man. It looks like he's been playing for years, like. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's just a new kind of thing now in football where players are a bit more cultured now. You know what I mean? But now they look like they're well coached. They look like they're well drilled. But for me, it's the element of surprise you get from Ethan Waneri, like the dropping into the space, the dribbling, the maturity, the intelligence. Like he's just, for me, looks like a player that's playing beyond his years, man. And that's something that, don't get me wrong, we see that with Saka, but there's something different about Ifoneri. Like, I believe if you played him in the Barcelona team, he could survive. If you played him in an actual European team where they want to keep the ball, they want to, and put, I feel like he's a sort of player that can thrive in any system. If you want to play it in behind, he can do that. Yeah, he's a very, very well-rounded footballer, and that's what I like about him. And he'll be the one that will try and get in them half spaces, try and get in the pockets and get the ball, and also his actual shooting ability now is getting better as well. Outside the box, inside the box, he looks lively, and yeah, I think for me he's the one, and to kind of really, really that makes me nervous about the game because I just feel like we're gonna give a lot of spaces in behind, and I feel like in them little half spaces between midfield and defense, he's gonna try and get in them situations there and cause danger, man. But he's a special baller, and 17, 18, 19, bro, he's ready right now. He's literally ready. Like, he's that good.
No, he is. I can't lie. Him and Lewis Kelly have done.
Yeah, Lewis Kelly, another one. Yeah, he deserves a mention as well. He's another one. The fact that they gave each other a goal, like the assist and the goal, like that was good, man. Like you don't really often see that in football nowadays. Like two youngsters from Hayland coming and like giving each other assists. That must be mad, like growing up, like thinking, yo, one day we're gonna assist each other in that. That's lit. Mad. That's lit. I can't lie.
Just see their story as well, the pictures from young, and then assist and goal in a Champions League game, knockout game in the biggest away, not victory, victory I think, or most goals scored in an away game, whatever it is. Their names are there. It's mad. It does feel like a coming of a new era with them. They've that was like their stamping of we're here now. We're not small boys as much as our age would say we are. Consider us moving forward. So I'm all for it, bro. But listen, Old Trafford. So you go first. Prediction, bro.
Oh, man. I think it's going to be a controlled 2-0 to Arsenal, But if you get the early goal, it could be a cricket score. But yeah, I'm going to go for a controlled 2-0. Equally as painful, equally as bad, and equally, not what we want to see at Old Trafford.
I've been going 2-3. Because I'm like you, controlled more than anything. But if you do give us space, if Emery does open up, then it can be, it could be more. And maybe I'm just getting giddy off PSV, but I'm just going to say 3-0.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 3-0.
Yeah, 3-3 yeah. That a lot of people are like they're expecting a tough game, man. It's still probably the worst game we could have played right now in terms of like, yeah, Arsenal the league title is done, but like in terms of still like Arsenal, like the way they play, the way they keep the ball, the way they, you know what I mean? Like it's probably the worst game we could have wanted. You know what I mean? I would have not mind like a Chelsea that will make it like a 50-50 game. Arsenal will just control the living daylights of us. And yeah, man, we pray come Sunday.
It's up to us to break that down. All right, listen. Find him at Saeed TV, people. Saeed, talk to them. What's your socials as well? It's all the same, similar.
Yeah, all the same, man. I think I'm right here, man. Saeed TV, man. Just find me there, bro. And yeah, you'll catch me in the car park somewhere.
I'm sure we will, brother. I'm sure we will. I go subscribe to Saeed. Match reactions, always gold. Win, lose, or draw. And he's got a hell of content, listen, day in, day out. So go show him some love, people. And make sure you're subscribed here. Make sure you hit the like button. Love for the love as always. Predictions, thoughts, opinions below. Do all of that, people. All right. Peace.